everybody, I'm Demetria, author and podcaster, and I'm very happy to be your host today. So I created this podcast to encourage women of faith in business and entrepreneurship, and I wanted to help to encourage you to gain clarity, kingdom business clarity, and to turn your profitable passion into a plan of action. You're listening to episode number 31. So on last week's episode, we talked with Denise Schroeder. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a wonderful interview, and she helped us to see how that we in our very own unique circumstances in life can rise up in faith in our calling, whatever that calling is that God has in your life. As a businesswoman, you can do whatever you've been called to do. So she was a great encouragement, and she really helped us to see that we could start where we are and with what we have. On today's show, I don't have an interview for you today. It's just me and you. And I can't wait to share with you some ideas that I have about what it means to say yes in your business. Some of you know, some of you don't. But if you don't know me, I've been creating podcasts and blogs and YouTube channels and all kinds of stuff since 2005. So I've been online for a really long time and doing a lot of content marketing. And the reason I do what I do is because I'm very clear about what I want to accomplish in my life. And I want to make sure that I'm doing the things that I need to do in order to fulfill my purpose. I know that we all have a limited amount of time here on earth, and I want to fulfill mine. So I want to fulfill my purpose while I'm here. And that means I do a lot of things. So sometimes people ask me, why do you do so much? And why do you have so many different things going on, so many projects at one time? You know, literally you only need one. You need one podcast and one blog and one, you don't need all these multiple ones. But I understand, the misinformation that some people might have about what it means to do what you're called to do. But that doesn't hold me back. It doesn't stop me, because I realize that even though I'm doing a lot of things, I enjoy doing them. And one thing that has allowed me to do so many things is because I've been able to say no to other things. But conversely or inversely, I don't know which is the better word, I think that when you say no to things that don't serve you well in your life, you end up saying yes to a lot of beautiful things. And so on today's show, I wanted to focus on the power of saying yes. So when I checked out Forbes, there's an article that says that the yes mindset leads to innovation and it creates great leaders. So if you're able to say yes to more things that are supposed to be in your life, then you're going to open up yourself to so much. So I'm going to talk about that now. So the first thing that I have been researching, this thing about saying yes. What does that mean? Because I've said no to so many things in my life. But when you say yes, it allows you to think outside of your box. Everybody has a box. Everybody has boundaries. Hopefully, we all need to have boundaries. Boundaries are very important. But if you follow any of my videos on my YouTube channel at Mom Zest, you'll see that I talk often about forming boundaries as a mompreneur, as an entrepreneur who is a mom, And so over the course of my life, my whole entire last 20 years of my life has been about motherhood and taking care of my kids. So in order to protect my time as a wife and as a mother, I said no to a lot of things, a lot of opportunities that I could have had, a lot more money I could have made, a lot of interactions with people, with high profile people that I could have had, but it would mean forsaking my position as a protector of my children. I would have to leave the fortress and go somewhere else. And there was nobody else that could step in and help me out in certain situations, especially with having just moved to this state and not knowing anybody. I didn't trust people like that. I didn't have people that I knew that I could trust with my children. So I stayed and I held down the fort with my kids. But life is not going to always be like that. In fact, life has changed for me dramatically since my eldest went off to college and my oldest is getting older. So things have changed a lot. So I have now more room in my life to explore things that I couldn't explore before. So I think when you're able to get out of the box that you set for yourself, even if it's a timing thing, you have to wait until the right time to get out of the box, fine, wait until the right time, right? And when you're able to, you're going to see so many possibilities are still waiting for you, that you didn't lose out on your place in life because you had to take care of something else, so don't worry that you missed out. Your opportunities will always be there, and God will make sure of it. And then the second thing is that when you're able to say yes, it empowers you and it empowers your team. So do you have a team of people helping you with your business in any way whatsoever? Whether it's your backbone, maybe it's your husband, maybe it's a best friend who's always rooting you on, maybe you have support team, maybe you have virtual assistants, maybe you have people who are helping to take care of some of those tasks in your business. When you're able to say yes to new opportunities, it opens up their minds as well. And they're like, yeah, we can do this as a team. We can do this. And everybody is feeling the energy because they want to support you. So they're on board with you. So long as you're saying yes, then they feel confident that this project, this task can be done. So saying yes helps to motivate and encourage your team. Saying yes also opens up new doors for you. So I kind of already mentioned that, but it opens up all these new opportunities. When you say yes, who knows what you're walking into in your future as you have that yes mindset, right? Somebody asks you to speak, you have the speaking engagement all of a sudden, and that was not on your agenda. You didn't know that you'd ever have an opportunity to do this. And now suddenly, because you said yes, you're walking into a brand new territory. And also saying yes gives you an opportunity to, even if you're a new business builder, launching your brand new business, then a yes for you could mean building your website for the first time, hiring someone to do that for you, creating an email list for the very first time, saying yes to learning brand new technology that before would have baffled you, confused you, and intimidated you. But now you're saying, yes, I'm going to try. I'm going to get somebody that can help me, but I'm going to try to do this and I'm going to get it done some kind of way. I'm either going to learn it or somebody else is going to do it for me, but I will say yes to this. It could mean building out your first product. That can be scary, right? Because you don't know how it will be accepted. It could mean building out your first service. You don't know who's going to join or if anybody will join, right? That can be scary. So all of these things, collecting testimonials, what if they say no? What if they don't have time? All of that. It can be a scary thing, but you got to say yes in order to move forward. The other thing is, if you already have an established business and now you're expanding your business, so it could mean saying yes to doing new things in your business, saying yes to, like I said before, speaking engagements. That can be scary, but when you're asked, are you going to say yes? Writing books, maybe that's on your agenda for the future. Who knows? Right? Showing up in the media in a brand new way. You've never had these opportunities open to you. And now that they're open, are you going to step into it with confidence? Even if you're feeling afraid, stepping in with confidence, knowing that you have all the support that you need, that God is taking care of you and He's got your back. So when you say yes, once again, you do have to say no to some things. You have to say no to work-life conflict. You want to make sure you keep that space in your life free from conflict so that you can say yes to the things that you're meant to do. So don't allow the non-essentials to crowd up your space in your life. Saying yes means saying yes to space for yourself, innovation, clarity, and personal achievement. So when you say no to the things that don't belong in your life, then you're ultimately saying yes to all the beautiful things that God has in store for you. Now, I do have a program that I want to share with you. And if you follow me at impactpodcastcoach.com, you would have heard about it already and also on my YouTube channel. But I recently launched my VIP Podcaster Power Launch, which is a 2-week program that assists entrepreneurs like yourself who might be interested or is interested in starting your podcast, and you need some help. You need assistance. You need a team of people to be on your side to help you get this thing done. And so I created a 14-day program because I know 30 days might give you a little time to back out. And I know that 7 days may not be enough time. So I doubled that week and I give 2 weeks in my program. And what happens is we help you to plan your podcast. So this is you showing up with not really having everything in place, and that's okay because part of my coaching during these 14 days is to help you plan. The second step is I help you produce. I and my team will help you to produce your first 4 podcast episodes within those 2 weeks. We'll get it edited and engineered for you. It's going to be fabulous. The third thing we help you do is to launch that podcast. So we're going to spread the word with you, right? So you're going to share with your audience. We're going to share with ours. We're going to promote you. And also we're going to help you by getting your audiograms created for Instagram so that you can share it more easily. And then lastly, we're going to help you grow by a last coaching session where I share with you some ways you can monetize your podcast and how you can grow your podcast in the future. So of all these years that I've been doing this, since 2005, I would say that this year is probably the one year that I'm bringing a lot of hype and momentum to helping women specifically with podcasting, because I know that this is a year for that. I mentioned over on one of my other podcasts a statistic, and so I'll share it here as well, that according to the latest data on podcasting, the listener statistics in the US, that the number of people actively tuning into podcasts at least once a week is currently 103.6 million people. And this is a 5.4% increase in the past year. So it's growing. And then worldwide, we have over 400 million listeners to podcasts. So the market is growing, and it's still not at a place yet where it's oversaturated. So you have a voice, you have a message, and I want to help you bring it to the forefront by creating a podcast that'll get your message out there. And it can be very helpful to your brand as a woman entrepreneur. So I'm here to help you with that. And until next time, I have nothing else to share with you on this podcast, except I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing and say yes to more things in life. Enjoy the life God has given you. Enjoy your freedom in creating your business and creating that sustainable business that you enjoy, and that you have that balance with your personal life holistically, with your family, with your loved ones, while you're building this awesome business that is heart aligned for you. Okay? Until next time, to your online business success.